Now, let's break down the latest scoop straight from the heart of Texas. We've got Stephen Jones, the bigwig at the Dallas Cowboys, playing it cool and dodging questions like he's in a dance-off. The buzz is all about Dak Prescott's future with the Cowboys, and Stephen's got his eyes set on keeping him around for the long haul, even though the whole contract renewal thing is shrouded in mystery. Picture this. We're at the NFL Scouting Combine, and Stephen Jones is on the mic. But when it comes to spilling the beans on Dak's deal, he's tighter than a cowboy's grip on his lasso. Didn't dish out many deets on the negotiation game with Prescott, but he's singing the same old tune, they're gonna handle it on the down low. He's all like, we ain't spilling the beans on this negotiation rodeo. I mean, as we move forward, I hope we keep making strides in keeping everyone in the loop. Sorry folks, but we ain't giving you play-by-play reports on how things are shaping up, says the big boss. Now you know us Cowboys fans are hungry for any news on our star quarterback, but Stephen's got us on a need-to-know basis. Will Dak stay or will he go? It's like a Texas-sized mystery, and we're all on the edge of our seats, waiting for the next move. Our whole thing with Dak is that he's a cowboy. That's all that's on our mind. We ain't even entertaining any other thoughts, Stephen Jones chimed in. Alright, y'all, let's talk a little Dallas Cowboys, Cowboys Nation. So you know Dak had this killer season, leading the NFL in all sorts of quarterback stats. But here's the kicker, he's heading into the final stretch of his contract. Now, that's putting some serious heat on the Cowboys to lock him in for a few more years. Jerry Jones himself is laying it out, saying Dak's the real deal for the franchise, a true blue cowboy, and the top priority is keeping him on the squad. Look, our whole deal with Dak is that he's a cowboy. Through and through. Ain't no other option on the table, no sir. So, we're diving into the whole Dak Prescott contract situation, and here's the deal, he's staring at a whopping $59.45 million cap hit in 2024, the second highest in the whole dang league. But hold on, a contract extension could shuffle those numbers around. And hey, the Cowboys could always play the game of restructuring in 2025 and 2026 to free up some cash. Now, Dak, the man himself, he's just turned 30, coming off a killer season. Topped the charts in touchdown passes, got himself a shiny All-Pro second-team nod, and threw a whopping 4,516 yards. Cowboys ended up 12-5, took down the NFC East, it was a wild ride. But you know how it goes, ended with a tough 48-32 loss to the Green Bay Packers. Tough break, but that's the game. Well, buckle up, y'all, cause it took a solid 2 years for them Cowboys and Prescott to finally lock in a deal worth a whopping $160 million for 4 years. And you betcha, that included a mind-blowing $65 million signing bonus, breaking franchise records in 2021. Now, Jerry Jones, the big cheese of the Dallas Cowboys, spilled the beans that they're gonna powwow with the free agents, including the beastly left tackle Tyron Smith, at this week's Combine. But hold your horses, he didn't spill the tea on whether they're penciling in a meetup with Prescott's agent, Todd France. Jerry was all like, we sure wanna give props to the negotiations, got our own thoughts and vibes. I reckon Dak and his crew got their own too. We'll just have to see how we wrangle this mess together. Let me spill the beans on them Cowboys deals, and it ain't just about Dak, you hear? We got a whole bunch of boys fixin' to hit the open market, including our star players CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons, who are raising some eyebrows with their contracts. Now, CeeDee's sittin' pretty with a $17.99 million fifth-year option, and if he keeps tearing it up like he did in 2023, he'll be riding the free agency train in 2025. And don't even get me started on Parsons, he's looking to cash in with an extension this offseason, and the Cowboys are slapping on that fifth-year option for 2025 come spring. Lamb, bless his heart, set team records left and right in 2023, 135 catches and 1,749 yards. Parsons ain't slacking either, notching 14 sacks, a career best, and snatching the bronze in Defensive Player of the Year voting. He's been climbing the ladder ever since his rookie year. Now, these boys ain't just chasing pigskin dreams, they're after them big bucks. Look at Tyreek Hill down in Miami, pulling in $30 million a year, and Nick Bosa up in San Fran, racking in a cool $34 million as the top dog edge rusher. Dak's deal? Well, we're talking $50 to $55 million a year, maybe even more, cause that man's carrying the team on his back. You know, when you start dealing with players aiming for top dollar deals, it's a challenge, but the cap has skyrocketed big time, Jones said. For me, it ain't that different. It's just how many guys you're trying to squeeze in there. And for me, it's all about the players. We had a situation where we ended up losing one guy, but you ended up with 4 players instead of what you could have paid one player. That's how you gotta look at things. Sure, the quarterback position ain't unique to us. Many teams got that. I reckon when you project, probably through next year, there'll be like 16 quarterbacks pulling in over $40 million. So it's real. And it's good cause you got one, but it's also a challenge in terms of the salary cap. You know, Cowboys, Dallas, NFL, football, it's all part of the game. Gotta keep up with the Cowboys news, Dallas Cowboys news, and rumors, especially today. Yo, Cowboys Nation. Guess what's cooking in Dallas? We're talking Dallas Cowboys, baby. Now hold on to your cowboy hats cause we got some hot gossip rolling in. So you know the drill, it's all about them Cowboys, Dallas, NFL, and the whole shebang of American football. Now, let me hit y'all with the latest scoop. Word on the dusty Texas streets is that the Cowboys might just snatch up Super Bowl LB Shaquille Barrett. Yup, you heard it right. Shaq Barrett, the stud linebacker cut loose by them Bucks, is up for grabs, and our boys from Dallas are eyeing him like a hawk. I mean, come on, Cowboys fans, we're talking about fixing up our linebacker game here. Leighton Vander Esch might be ghosting us, and Shaq Leonard, well, he's a no-show. So, what's the deal? Could Shaquille Barrett be the missing link in our Cowboys linebacker crew? Picture this. Dallas Cowboys, Shaquille Barrett tearing up the field, making moves, and repping that star on his helmet. It's like a match made in Texas heaven, ain't it? Big news in the Lone Star State, we gotta talk about our boy Shaq Barrett getting the boot from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yup, you heard it right, they're giving him the ol' heave-ho in a money savon move. Seems like they didn't want to dish out that $15 million bonus he had lined up for next month. Instead, he's hitting the free agent market, y'all. Now this ain't no run-of-the-mill player we're talking about. We're chatting about a two-time Super Bowl champ, a guy who's been an All-Pro and Pro Bowl star. Shaq spent his first 5 seasons tearing it up with the Denver Broncos before making his way to Tampa Bay as a free agent back in 2019. In the past 5 years, this dude's been a force to be reckoned with 45 sacks, 15 forced fumbles, and don't forget he was part of that rock-solid defense that gave Patrick Mahomes a run for his money in Super Bowl 55. You know, the one where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers took down the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, why's this mattering to us Cowboys fans in Dallas? Well, keep your ears peeled for this. With the Cowboys always looking to up their game, could Shaq Barrett be the missing piece in our defensive puzzle? Hey y'all, let me break down what went down in the 2022 season opener. So, this dude Barrett, he put the heat on Dak Prescott, and bam, ended up with a fractured thumb. Poor Dak had to sit out 5 games, y'all. It was a tough blow for the Cowboys. Now, let's talk linebackers, cause Dallas is in a tight spot there. Vander Esch's future is hanging in the air after a nasty neck injury cut his 2023 season short in Week 6. And guess what? We tried to snag Leonard from the Colts last season after they surprisingly let him loose. But, dang it, he went and joined the Eagles in the NFC East instead. Now, Leonard didn't set the world on fire in Philly, just 1 sack in 3 starts, but let me tell ya, the Cowboys were hurting without solid linebacker depth. Our defensive coordinator threw in some smaller, speedy guys like Marquise Bell, but the Packers took advantage, running all over us for 143 yards and 3 touchdowns in that brutal playoff loss. So, folks, we need to sort out this linebacker situation ASAP. Keep an eye on them Dallas Cowboys news, cause things are getting real interesting. You know how it is in the NFL, always some drama going on. Stay tuned for more Dallas Cowboys news and rumors, especially if you don't want to miss out on the latest buzz. We'll catch y'all later, Cowboys Nation.